Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 11. This is a cyclic organic compound. In cyclic organic compound, to do a IUPAC nomenclature, we do not need to find out the longest chain. The cyclic chain, the cyclic compound itself is the long chain in here. We need to start by assigning the numbering of the cyclic compound. This is a 6 carbon cyclic compound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon cyclic compound. We know that 6 member organic compound, 6 carbon organic compound start with the name X. But this is not a chain compound, this is a cyclic compound. That's why there will be a name known as cyclo will be attached before the actual name. For this particular one, the name will start as cyclohex. Now, the numbering will, for this particular compound, there are 2 alkyl group attached with it and a double bond is there. The rule is same as that of for the for a simple chain structure. That is, we need to start our numbering from that end where the double bond or triple bond having the lowest number. For cyclic structure, as there is no end or starting point, therefore the double bonded carbon will be my number 1 carbon. So this is number 1 carbon. Now I can count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As both the alkyl group from either side of counting is coming onto the third carbon, that's why I can count from any side, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Let's count it clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The methyl group is situated at 3 and 5 position and the double bond is enclosed between 1 and 2 carbon. Therefore, the name of this compound will be, as usual, the alkyl group name will be placed before the actual name, which is with their location, which is 3, 5 hyphen dimethyl without any space. The actual name of the compound, which is cyclohex. The position of the double bond needs to be placed, which is 1, ENE. Now this 1 is only the position. This hex needs to be merged together to have the pronunciation hexene. As the position is one position, if writing 1 or not writing 1 is same. That's why this entire name can also be written as 3, 5 dimethyl cyclohexene. This is the IUPAC name for this particular compound. This is another cyclic compound. This is a 5-member cyclic compound. 5 carbon is enclosed in this cyclic compound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the name of this cyclic compound will be cycloprid. This is the main IUPAC name of the cyclic compound. Now there are 2 functional group attached with it, chloro and bromo. Now we need to start by assigning the numbering of this group. Now we can start from chloro and we can start from bromo also, as both of them are subordinate functional group having no priority amongst them. Therefore, the numbering of the group will be according to their alphabetical order. As bromo having B, initial letter is B, and for chloro the initial letter is C. Alphabetically, bromo having the priority over chloro. Therefore, the numbering will start from bromo 1. Now it can go as clockwise direction and the counting can go from anti-clockwise direction also. If the counting goes with anti-clockwise direction, the numbering will be 1, 2, 3 and 4th position we will going to find the chloro. If we are counting it with the as in clockwise direction, then the numbering will be 1, 2, and on third position we are finding the chloro. That's why we have to take the clockwise counting clockwise direction for our numbering, and the numbering will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At one position bromo is there, and at third position chloro is present. Now the name during the naming of the main IUPAC name, obviously these two subordinate functional group will be written before the actual name alphabetically. Therefore, alphabetically bromo will be written before chloro with its own position, that is 1 bromo hyphen 3 chloro without any space cyclopentane. This is the IUPAC name for this particular functional cyclic compound. Now let's look at this cyclic compound. This is again a 6-member cyclic compound, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore the name will be, the main IUPAC name will be cyclohex. Now there is 2 alkyl group present in this, 1 methyl and 1 ethyl, and another chloro group is present in this. Both alkyl group is principal functional group, whereas chloro is the subordinate functional group. Therefore the priority of these both alkyl group is more compared to this chloro. Therefore the numbering will be starting from these two. Now from which end the numbering will start? If I start the counting from ethyl side, then the group will the group will be 1, 2, 3, 4. At 5th position chloro we can find, if I count the clockwise direction from ethyl, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 5th position the methyl is coming. But if I start the counting from this side, from the methyl, at clockwise direction I will find that 1, 2, 3, 4. At 2nd position I am finding the ethyl, and at 3rd position I am finding the chloro. So if I start the counting from methyl clockwise direction, both of our remaining functional group is having the lowest position, which I cannot have if I start the counting from ethyl either clockwise or either anti-clockwise direction. That's why the numbering will start from ethyl and with a clockwise counting, and the counting will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And also obviously the name of this group will be written before the actual name in an alphabetical order. This is starting with C, this one is starting with M, and this one is starting with E. Therefore the first name alphabetically will be chloro with its position, which is 4E chloro, and the second one will ethyl with its position 2 ethyl, and the last one is methyl with its position 1 methyl, cyclo without any space hexane. This is the next organic compound that we are going to do the nomenclature. Now we have to find out the long distance, because this is not a cyclic compound. This is again the chain compound. Now the long chain obviously is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if this one is the longest chain, our functional group is going to be this one. This is obviously an all alkyl group because carbon is attached with it, but it is a modified alkyl group where chlorine and bromine is substituted within this alkyl group. This particular group is known as chloromethyl. And this particular alkyl group is known as bromomethyl. Both of them, the name of this alkyl group is chloromethyl and bromomethyl as a whole. Therefore, as these two are functional group, the name of these two should be written before the actual name of the group, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-member long chain. Therefore, the actual name of the group is hex. Now the numbering should start from this end or this end. If I start from this end, my first functional group, which is this one, will come onto the 1, 2 and 3 third carbon, and if I start counting from this end, the first functional group, which will be for this from this side is this one, will come on to 1, 2 and third carbon. So from both ends, the first functional group will be coming onto the same carbon. So we need to look at the next functional group. Apart from these two, there is no next functional group is present in this group. Therefore, we need to we need to go to the third exceptional group rule, which is saying that we need to start assigning the number from that side where the functional group which is having the alphabetically placed in higher. In chloromethyl and bromomethyl is alphabetically more prioritized over chloromethyl. That's why the numbering will start from this end, and the numbering will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And the name will be written also in an alphabetical order, and alphabetically bromomethyl will be prioritized over C. Chloromethyl with their name with this position, which is 3. Bromomethyl hyphen 4 hyphen chloromethyl without any space hexane. This is the IUPAC name for this particular compound. This compound written in a molecular formula way. Let's try to write it in a skeleton structural way. CH3 is attached with CH. CH having OH whole bond. This whole bond meaning that when whole of a OH or a functional group is written, that means the functional group belongs to the previous carbon. That is, the OH, whole OH is written after CH. Therefore, OH will be written with a bond from CH. Then a bond with CH3. This is the structural formula of this particular compound. Now the naming of the compound. The long chain obviously is going to be this one, because the long chain comprises only the carbon atoms. Therefore, this is the long chain. The numbering will be 1, 2, or from this is 1, 2. From both the end, the functional group, which is this this OH group, is coming onto the second carbon. So the numbering we can start from anywhere. Let's start to numbering from this end, and the numbering will be 1, 2, and 3. So on second position, OH is there. This group is known as hydroxyl group. Hydroxyl group. This is principal functional group. All principal functional group. The name of the all principal functional group is situated at the end of the main name, at the end of the main IUPAC name, and their suffix name is used. Except alkyl group. Alkyl group being a principal functional group, always the name of alkyl group is situated before the actual IUPAC name of the compound. But apart from alkyl group, all principal functional group, the name of the all principal functional group is situated after the actual name of the compound, and the suffix name is used. Subordinate functional group do not, name of the subordinate functional group do not placed at the end of the actual IUPAC name. That's why their prefix name is always used, and it is placed before the actual name of the IUPAC name of the compound. As OH, hydroxyl group is a principal functional group. If you can look at the priority order list that I have given before in our sessions, the OH group is placed in the principal functional group in a very high prioritized order, and therefore the name of this OH hydroxyl group will be placed after the actual name of the group, which is in here is pro. and their suffix name will be used. The suffix name for hydroxyl group is ol. Therefore, the name will be written as, with their position also, propan, P-R-O-P-A-E-N-E, propane is the actual name of this long chain. The position of the OH needs to be assigned to OL. This is the actual name of the entire compound. Now, this position is used only to assign where the OH group is situated. This 2 is only used to assign the position of this OH group. But the actual name is these 2. By joining these 2, you can find out the actual name. When you join this name, P-R-O-P-A-N-E and all, you actually cannot merge them together because the pronunciation will be like propane all. Discontinuity will be represented by this. So what you have to do, you need to omit this E from the end of this propane, and then you need to merge this all with it, making the pronunciation as propanal. Therefore, the name will be P-R-O-P-A-N, propan 2-ol. This will be the actual IUPAC name for this particular compound. In the next compound, the long chain will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So my long chain will be this one. Now you can say why the OH has been excluded from this long chain. As I said before, the long chain only contains the carbon atoms, not any other heteroatoms. Therefore, our long chain only be confined between the CH3 and CH2. Therefore, this is methyl group is going to be our functional group, and this OH group is also going to be our functional group. OH group is the principal functional group, methyl group is also principal functional group, but obviously OH group is the prioritized principal functional group. Therefore, the name of the methyl group is going to be situated before the actual name of the group, which is for this particular compound 1, 2, 3, 4. Bu is going to be the actual name of this functional group, and the name of the OH group is going to be situated after the name of this actual functional group, and the name that we will going to use is the suffix name of OH, which is the ol. Therefore, now we have to assign the numbering of this long chain. The rule says that when there is a principal functional group present in the group, we need to start our numbering from that end, from where the principal functional group is coming at the lowest number. From this end, the principal functional group is coming at 1 position, 1, 2, 3, at 4 position. Therefore, our numbering will be at 3rd position methyl group is there, and at 1st position OH group is present. And the name of this group will be 3-methyl butan 1-ol, or 3-methyl, writing 1 and not writing 1 is the same, butan ol. The butan is written without the E, so the merging of butan and ol can be happen, and the merging name is 3-methyl butanol. 3-methyl butanol. Let's look at the next one. In the next one, again, the molecular formula compound is represented in the molecular formula structure. Let's try to write it in a skeleton structure. CH, whole OH, CH3. This whole OH is written after CH, therefore this OH is situated with on the this OH is situated on the CH, and another bond will be attached with this CH3. This is the skeleton structure for this particular compound. Now, the long chain of this compound is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be our longest chain for this compound. Now we have to assign the numbering from which side it is going to be. From this side the numbering is 1, 2. From this side 1, 2. And the next functional group, which is methyl, is coming 1, 2, third, 1, 2, third position. But we know that this is a principal functional group with high priority. Therefore, the numbering will start from this end only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, at third and fourth position, 2-methyl group is situated, and at second position, OH is present. The name of the OH, that is the suffix name ol, is going to be written after the actual name, which is going to be pentane, and the name of the 2-methyl group with its position 3 and 4 will be written before the actual name of the compound. So the name will be 3, 4 dimethyl without any space, pentane without E, position 2 hyphen ol. This E has been omitted again to represent the merging of pentanol. Therefore, the name of this particular group is 3,4-dimethyl pentan 2.